Hi, my name is Nicole Glennon, and this is my speech about elephant abuse in the circus industry. As a child, I was a big fan of the circus. The tricks, the animals, the clowns, even the popcorn. Having a child myself, I wanted to share with my son the joy I found in being entertained by traveling circuses. I took him to his first circus when he was 2, and he absolutely loved it. I thought a new summer tradition was to be formed for myself and my son, Kellen. The next summer, we went to see the circus we had visited just a year before. Something was different, though, that year. A beautiful and very sad-looking elephant was penned in a circular enclosure on hot asphalt outside of the big tent. There was a circus performer goading him to shuffle around for children who could take a ride. I've never felt so terrible for an animal. The elephant looked so unbelievably down and miserable. I couldn't shake the image of the elephant's eyes the entire show. I decided to go home that day and do a bit of research on how elephants are treated in the circus industry. I was absolutely shocked with the information I was presented, which I am about to share with you today. First, I would like to inform you of how elephants live in their natural environment, as opposed to life in a circus, which I will also discuss shortly. Elephants live in families called herds, which are led by the matriarch, the oldest female elephant of the group. When a calf is born, it is cared for by all of the females of the herd. Calves will suckle their mother until about 4 to 5 years old and stay within their herd until they hit puberty at about 14 to 15 years old, which then becomes an opportunity for new herds to form. Several interrelated herds may inhabit the same area and also communicate with each other. Communication used by elephants is an indicator of what incredibly intelligent animals elephants are. Researchers, according to the National Geographic website, have found that elephants do not only communicate through touch and sound, but also through gestures and signals, which seems to be a sophisticated type of elephant sign language. Elephants also convey emotions such as sadness, joy, grief, and engage in fun and play. I've shared a few of these facts about elephants and their natural habitat to show you how important family is for elephants and how emotional and intelligent these animals really are. The purpose of this is to show how the circus is not an encompassing environment to fulfill the needs of these animals. I am now going to share with you how they are brought into the industry and how they are treated once they become a member of the circus. Elephants are brought into the circus in 2 different ways. One is by being taken out of the wild, and the second is when the elephant is born into captivity. When an elephant is taken from the wild, it is torn from its herd, which separates it from its entire family, breaking an essential bond. When an elephant is born into captivity, it is usually separated from its mother by 2 to begin training. As I mentioned earlier, an elephant in the wild isn't even weaned from its mother until 4 to 5 years old. Either way, each elephant is now in store for breaking and/or training. Breaking refers to breaking an elephant's spirit through abuse to get them ready for training. It is a method used on Asian work elephants as well as Asian elephants that are to be shipped to circuses. This is usually done by enclosing the elephant in a small, confining area, usually bound by ropes, so it is not able to move. It is usually beaten by spiked sticks, gouged by metal hooks, and deprived of sleep. Deprivation is extended to lack of food and water as well. Elephants in captivity are usually more fortunate to not have to go through this process and also belong to some type of herd. I am going to share with you methods of abuse that are used in training in many modern circuses. One type of abusive training used on calves is called binding. Binding is the use of ropes to manipulate a young elephant's body to perform in positions unnatural to the animal. Another method of training is by using intimidation. This can include screaming and beatings with tools such as metal bull hooks, whips, tight collars, and electric prods. Many elephants end up covered in scars from these methods. Not only do elephants suffer during training, they are subjected to inhumane living and travel conditions. Elephants spend most of their day chained in cages or in their dilapidated boxcar, which is on the road around 300 days a year. Often they are left to stand on their own waste and lack proper veterinary care. In the wild, elephants may travel up to 25 miles a day by foot with their herd. A solitary and sedentary life goes against the very nature of this wild animal. Between inhumane training, living situations, and travel, it is not surprising that elephants develop mental health issues. Elephants may develop neurotic behaviors called stereotypies, according to the National Humane Society website. It is repetitive movements often found in humans with mental retardation or autism. Elephants may sway back and forth, pace, or even self-mutilate. Abnormal environments are usually the main contribution to the development of this type of mental health condition. Another type of health issue is that of the public. Elephants can carry and transfer a human strain of tuberculosis. Elephants have also understandably turned on trainers. This does not only affect the circus staff, but also leaves the public possibly subjected to a rampaging wild animal out of its environment. The elephant is usually then shot and killed if it manages to escape the tent. I hope the information I have presented to you today gives you more insight of what this majestic animal is subjected to while entertaining ourselves and our children under the big top. These are intelligent, social animals who feel joy, pain, and sorrow. They need strong family ties and room to roam. These situations are limited and more times than not cruel and inhumane for the elephants. If you are interested in learning more, I offer you these websites where I have taken a lot of my information from for you today. Defenders.org, animalcorner.co.uk, newswatch.nationalgeographic.com, idausa.org, upali.com, circusprotest.com, bornfree.org, and the National Humane Society website. I thank you for taking the time to listen to my speech.